What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Unbox Shorts. On today's Unbox Shorts, I got two caps I want to unbox. The first one here, and I wore my Dwayne Wade Miami Heat jersey. Not because they just signed Giannis. I'm not a Heat fan. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. But I got a special cap today that I think is going to go perfect. This Miami Vice version of the Miami Heat jersey. So if you know what cap it is, you know. Right here, I got the Shirt Show. The Shirt Show. Actually, I don't know why I'm saying Shirt Show. It's Todd Soren. He's from the Shirt Show and Rad Caps. Designs these caps. This is the Rad Caps. This is the Rad Caps Vice. And I'm not going to lie, Ed Franco gave me a little teaser on this Rad Caps Vice a while ago. So I knew of its existence before a lot of people, and I was excited that he brought it out alongside his 4th of July cap on the Gentleman's Roundtable episode. A little note from Todd. Thanks, Aunt. Actually, that's from Charlie. The woman behind the scenes. Thanks, Aunt. Charlie. Big ups to the women behind the scenes, really. I think on GRT we're going to do a little bit of a series now where we want to bring some of the women behind the scenes on. We did it with Peaky Hat when Ryan 2.0 came on. Charlie's popped in and out on the GRT. We maybe want to get Sarah Lopp on there and Kathy Mulligan's significant other. So this is the pin here for the Vice hat. That Miami Vice pin that says Vice. That was really going to pop on the white cap. In the same vein as white caps, I wore the white cap today on my head. This is the Boston Scally all white Cape Codder. This is the first white Scally cap that I ever owned. This is a rare cap. It's not really around much. Boston Scally Cape Codder. Got a couple pinholes in it. I beat this thing up a little bit. So this is like my Beetle white cap now, even though it's a rare one. 6-panel Cape Codder. I do have the other Cape Codder with the anchors on it as well. So I was just beating around today with this. Tissue paper in here, and this cap right now, the Rad Caps Vice, is this amazing seersucker material. This is my first seersucker Scally cap. It's that Rad Caps flat cap Vice with the seersucker. You see that it has that texture, those striations. And got the new Rad Caps logo in there, size 58. Now this is going to be my new go-to, a little bit of a dressier white cap. So that the Peaky Hat Dudley Solo is probably going to get more wear than this, just because the Peaky Hat Dudley Solo is so super light. And I'm going to be knocking around a lot with those different color solos I have this summer. But this one's going to be like, if I'm going somewhere, or even if I'm going to wear this jersey. So I'm going to wear this jersey. This is the cap I'm going to go with, because the cap, the pin, the jersey. So let's throw the pin on here. I wasn't a watcher of the Miami Vice series. I did not watch that. I didn't watch that shit. I didn't watch like 21 Jump Street and things like that. I think it's a little bit earlier than my era. I'm going to throw this Vice cap on. I like to throw it on the side, on the left side, in that little corner there, and that little, space right here, that little section right there. This feels like a very, very thin, light material, which is great for the summer. I'll show you the bill in a second. The bill's got the same sort of material on it, wrapped around it. I feel like so seersucker, I had never heard the word seersucker until Todd was advertising his Yacht Rock cap. I never heard the friggin' word seersucker before, and it's amazing how you learn shit every day in these groups, and I think it's because we come from different areas, so you learn slang from different areas, like when Moose called the parrot the macaw bird. The different terminologies, different things like that, different slangs, but also just something like material, like whoever heard of Abraham wool or seersucker or, Donegal tweed or all this stuff, right? So we're really getting into this stuff now. So let me throw this bad boy on finally. Let's check that out. It's got that classic Rad Cap shape, which I really like. I really like that. Really like that look, man. This doesn't have to be steam, doesn't have to be anything. Check that out right there. That seersucker's nice. That shape is nice. Right out the box with the Miami Vice pin. Dwayne Wade jersey. Yeah, man. Rad Caps, baby. I have the Lloyd. I have the Guelga, which I absolutely love. And I also have the Love Spell. Now I got this Vice. Wasn't able to get, wasn't sure about the 4th of July one. Very, very nice cap. Very, very nice material. I'm not so into the bright American colors on my head. If you notice, most of the patriotic caps I wear, they'll either be a plain cap with an embroidery or something, or they'll be, not so bright. Not so bright. Even the boosted brims ones that I have aren't that bright American type color on there. It's like a firecracker on your head, but it was beautiful, beautiful material, just not me. So I wasn't able to get it because I was hosting the Gentleman's Roundtable. I think he's restocking it though. So anybody who really wants to get their hands on that Rad Cap for 4th of July, I'm hearing there is going to be a restock, and I hope I'm not misspeaking on that. So now for the second cap of the day. And I've heard that Moose was contacted by Headchange, the company, that they can't keep up with the inventory because since Moose was putting out his reviews on Headchange, that they can't keep caps in stock. So I guess we call that the power of GRT, the power of reviews with Moose. But Headchange now has been blown up by Moose, and they said, slow down the reviews, we can't keep the stuff in stock. But you know what? That's going to probably be a catalyst to them getting more stuff in stock for their business to boom and provide the quality caps that they deserve to provide to all of us. So we always love doing that. That's what GRT is all about. GRT is all about supporting the little guy, supporting the small business, putting people up, and spreading the word, and all about really small business support and boosting up young entrepreneurs, you know. So Headchange, I had seen this cap. I had seen Headchange before, but I did not know that Headchange had a Made in USA line of caps. So that sparked me right away. So I did learn that from Moose. I didn't discover Headchange from Moose, but I discovered that they had a line of Made in USA caps from Moose. And here it goes. We'll have to ingratiate them into the community now. Get them on GRT, because they're just like, I love that small business, man. That Thanks Anthony written pen, you know. Again, not to knock Boston Scally, you're not going to get that from them, but that's awesome right there. Already like it. Came in an envelope, but like Moose said, even when it comes in an envelope, it's packed well. So it's packed well with the outer plastic, and it also has not just a tissue paper inside, but it has a thick cardboard inside to stop it from flopping around and creasing. So when you pack it in an envelope, but you pack it like that solid piece of cardboard here. And I was a packer in a warehouse years ago, so I got the skills to pack it, so I know those things. This solid piece of cardboard is going to stop it from flopping around, from wrinkling, and you just got that. You have that solid, nice flat, no wrinkle there. So very well packed. So don't knock the envelopes if it can be packed well, and the tissue paper underneath it. Don't know how well. That's the only thing I don't like about doing it down here is the lighting, because I'm looking at my glasses right now. The friggin' thing looks green, but I take my glasses off. It's obviously the lenses on my glasses. This thing is the black and white. It's black and white pattern. Flat cap. Headchange. Headchange. The large is going to be the 58. And how about this, man? Professional, dry clean only. Do not tumble dry. Do not bleach. Do not iron. This, dude, I didn't know this. Now, this is the shit right here. This is real-time discovery on my part. This is awesome. This is what I'm all about. This is what I'm all about. I have flat caps on my website, and I will not steer you wrong. They are awesome caps for the price. Love them. So unique. I've never had anything like the flat caps that I sell on my website. If you want to go to anoxunbox.com and cop one of those. But if I'm ever going to design a cap or put my name on a line of caps, it's got to be made. And only a few places I would have it made. It's got to be made probably either in Ireland or North America. And right here, look at this, man. 100% Irish linen made in the USA. How do you get any better than that shit right there? 100% Irish linen made in the USA. Big up to Headchange on this. Let's get this freaking cap on my head. Feel how this feels. Great Rad Cap, by the way, there. This has got a bill. I've very rarely bend bills, but this bill is so damn straight. I can feel it right now. I'm just going to, just from the edges here. Don't ever crease the middle. If you're going to bend, just bend a little from the edges. Right? I know a lot of guys, but I'm not a bender. So if I'm going to bend, I just go very slow from the edges a little bit. I feel like I need a little one that'll pop back to a little bit of straightness there. Hope it fits. So let's go. Yep, it does fit. The fit is good. And that suck a little bit. See, I bend, but also it goes back to straight, so I don't crease or totally bend. So, this reminds me of a Mulligan linen. Reminds me of a Mulligan. I don't know if Mulligan makes his linens with Irish, 100% Irish linen. I know his are made in USA, but this Mulligan, the Mulligan linen, this reminds me of the Mulligan linen I have, the black and white one. So it is, when you get these linens, when you get these linen flats, they are very flat. You know, they are very flat because of the material, because of the lightness. So I may steam this sucker. I may steam this sucker to sort of poof up the shape a little bit, you know, to bring the shape to life, like I did, if you see my other video, like I did with the Mulligan Sunrise Blue driver. But I love the pattern. 100% Irish linen made in USA. I mean, this thing is the bomb. And the quote that I always like to use is, I got to play with it a little bit. No pun intended there. Don't go take the wrong way. But I got to play with it a little bit. I do. I got to see what kind of angle I want to wear it at. You know, I got to steam it a little. Move it around a little. Because I will say, with this linen, it's different than the seersucker, right? So this is probably not the shape that I'm going to actually wind up having with this cap. Still like it. I still think it looks nice. Look, it's awesome. But I'm going to mess with the steaming. I'm going to mess with it a little bit. I'm going to get the shape that I want to get. Some hats take a little work. And so that's one thing I have to say about this right here. The seersucker, Rad Caps. This don't require any work. And I'm not really comparing the two caps, but I want to give props for the Rad Cap, because that requires no work. That seersucker material, the way put together on this cap and the way it sits, I've got to do nothing with it. Two great caps. Very happy today. Very happy with my purchases. America 250 GRT episode, Tuesday night, 8:30. Please tune into that. I'll catch you all later. Tell you what I feel like that. Oh, let me tell you what I feel like that. Oh, let me tell you what I feel like that. Oh, let me tell you what I feel like. One for the music and one for the road. Drop the beat to the rhythm, take us back to the show. Show your love for the people when they come, when they go. Meet your next generation and the next episode. Call me on the telephone, ask me if I know this. The sky is running dry, got the herbs if they sold us. How come I survive? Don't remind, just record us. Back to the melody, the beat and the chorus. Oh, let me tell you what I feel like that. Oh, let me tell you what I feel like that. Oh, let me tell you what I feel like that. Oh, let me tell you what I feel like. I've been lost in the moment, I've been spending my days. I've been listening to the ocean and the breaking of the waves. What once was a remedy, now